Hey, something very unusual for me today. I'm going to do something that I have not done before. I am going to recommend something. I'm not being sponsored by anyone or anything. It's something that I stumbled across and I've been really happy with. Um, when you're buying miniatures, for me at least, I tend to look and see what I can get in plastic. Plastic for me is really my main interest. It's where I can sort of, customize my own miniatures, and I like the kit bashing and all of that. But there are just times when you find some sculpts that are just so amazing that you have to buy. And a while ago, I stumbled across this Greek guy on the internet, on Facebook, and he was doing some painting videos, and I found out that he was also printing. Um, and the sculpts and the prints that he's doing are just amazing, and I wanted to recommend him to you. He's called Georgios Galasoulas, I think. I'm not really good at Greek. Sorry, Georgios, if you watch this. Um, but I will make sure to link to his Facebook page here. He's also on eBay where he does prints. He has bought the rights to print a lot of different STL files. And what I started out falling in love with from him was he had made this, or he hadn't made it. He was printing this range of 28 millimeter Norman Spanish knights, and I bought a whole bunch from him, and they are some of the most crisp and lovely prints I have ever seen. I don't know how much you can see of this, but they are really just amazing. The details on the chainmail on this little guy is just it's completely mind-boggling how well this is done. Um, Especially being 3D prints, right? Oh, come on, focus. Please focus. This little guy here, Roland blowing his horn or whatever. Um, I think most of these are like Spanish knights during the Reconquista, or maybe in the early period of Muslim invasions of Spain. They're all Norman Spanish, I should say. And I mean, look at the horses. Isn't that a thing of beauty? He's amazing. He's crossing his lance over to strike at the other side at an incoming knight. Damn, he's so cool. I'm still assembling them. You can see they're without the shields at the moment, and I'm just getting into the process of base coating. But these are really, really beautiful sculpts. Let me see if I can just show you the helmet on this guy. I don't know if you can see. He's got like one of those where it's sort of fluted. And even the horses themselves are like brilliantly sculpted. They're very, very beautiful. They have tassels on them, making them sort of seem a bit like Southern European, maybe Arabian. And compared to GW's stuff, it is puny. It's more compatible with other historical 28 millimeter figures. Look at this poor guy. I think he was shot, and now he's just leaning on his spear. I'm going to make this standard, like there's a banner flowing down behind him. So he's like been shot with arrows or something. And one of the things, because this is all related to bolt action, right? One of the things that we're doing right now is we discovered that Georgios, I wrote to him and said, right, Georgios, I'm really happy with the knights you sent me. They weren't cheap, they were expensive, but they are worth every single euro. I'm really happy with them. What else can you do? And he was like, "Oh, I can do a lot of things. I can print stuff. Do you have files?" And I wrote back, I know some files that and I know a guy who would really want, and look just at the detail of having that belt going across here, right? It's freestanding. It's the belt that is used to the strap for the shield. He's going to have a Norman kite shield. So he's like fencing with his sword and being protected by his shield. Really brilliant stuff. And I said, well, I have a friend who wants to do something unusual. He wants to make a cavalry army for bolt action. Could you print that? And he said, like, well, send me the files. I'll see what I can do. And so we sent him a link to some files that we'd found online. And he was like, I have the license for those files. Of course I can print them. So right now, Michael, my friend, is getting a whole army printed by Georgios. In Greece, Georgios just wrote me that he's done with the elements that Michael needs, his infantry elements, and he is getting his stuff together for, look at this one, he's taking his lance up and like pouncing on something. So he's getting his the resin for the printer. He is buying extra stuff right now because he spent so much on it already. And I think one of the things that Georgios does that really ups the printing for his 3D printer is he's buying really, really expensive resin. He's got one of the best 3D printers, and he's buying really expensive resin, and he is he's making a lot of he's working with the files himself, so that he checks the files, he makes sure that the supports for the 3D printing are where they need to be, he makes sure that they're removed afterwards. All of that is great service. So I would highly recommend you guys going in. I know that he has the files for a lot of the for a lot of very interesting Finnish miniatures, and for Russian armies for both World War I and World War II. So he is really recommended. I will link him below. And Georgios, thank you so much for the work you're doing for us. We appreciate it so much. Cheers. Bye.